students, I decided to help you out a little bit with that list of things that we have, expectations and options for you to try. One of the things is to try some cooking. So I have a really simple recipe that I am making tonight for supper for my husband and I, and it makes such a nice grab and go lunch. So I'm making an exercise batch. So we have leftovers, but I thought this is something any one of you can try at home. Really, really easy. So first thing I'm going to show you is that I have my oven is preheating. If I can find it, it's preheating. It will be to 375 degrees. I have lined a baking sheet with foil. And then as far as ingredients go, it's really quite simple, okay? You need Bisquick and boiling water and leftovers, any kind of leftovers that you have. In this case, I am using leftover corned beef, cabbage, carrots, and potatoes that we had from St. Patrick's Day the other night. So I'm going to try to set this up so you can see my counter a little bit. So in the bowl, I've measured out 2 cups of Bisquick, and now I'm going to add a half a cup of boiling water to it from my tea kettle. Please be careful when you're doing that. You don't need to burn yourselves. And then just using a fork, give that a mix. It's going to be a pretty stiff dough, so you might need to work at it a little bit. As you mix it, it's going to cool down. That's okay. That's okay. The boiling water just activates the baking powder that's inside the dough. And I've washed my hands, by the way, and I've scrubbed my counter, so you're going to see me turn the dough out on the counter in a minute. I'm mixing it by hand, and yes, it's still hot, so I'm just kind of quick touches in and out and sifting it around. Okay? In order to roll it out on my counter, I'm going to use a little bit of extra Bisquick so it doesn't stick so much. Okay? It's just right for getting both sets of hands in there and getting it all mixed up. Now, I've made enough, a big enough batch that I'm going to actually get 6 mini sandwiches out of this. You probably will only get 4 with the 2 cups of dough of Bisquick and a half a cup of boiling water. You're going to take the dough, a handful of the dough, make it into a nice ball, and then just press it out to make a big circle. Flatten it out as much as you can without poking holes in it. You don't want any holes all over it. Okay? And then I've chopped up corned beef and some cabbage, carrots, and potatoes. So I'm just going to put a little of each into the middle so that it's nice and full. Okay? Then I bring the sides of my pasty dough. I guess that's what you could call it. It's more of a bread dough or a biscuit dough than a pasty dough. So I hesitate to call it pasty. I'm sure there's some people from the UP that would not be real happy with me for that. I'm tucking my edges in, and then I'm going to use the tines of a fork and press those edges so that they seal and stay closed. Okay? Now, I'm going to repeat that. That's what it looks like. I'm going to repeat that with the rest of the dough. Hang on a second while I wash my hands, and then I'll show you what to do. So I'm going to repeat that with the rest of the dough. And like I said, I'm going to get 6 of them out of mine. You're probably only going to get 4. But the last thing you do before you put these in the oven is get out a small bowl and 1 egg. I love my farm fresh eggs for this. It works beautifully. Okay. And I am going to, we're gonna beat 1 egg. Ooh. I got an eggshell in there. Oh no, I don't want an eggshell. I'm gonna take another fork and I'm gonna beat up that 1 egg just so that it's all mixed up. Okay? I don't know if you, hang on. I'll move this. So you want it all mixed up. And beat it up good so that the yolk and the white are all kind of a light yellow like that. And then you're gonna love this. I actually bought a bunch of paintbrushes that I keep for nothing but cooking. We're gonna use that paintbrush and I'm gonna brush some of it on top of my pasties. Just dip it into the egg and brush it on my sandwich pasty, and then I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of sesame seed on it. And it gets baked in a 375 degree oven for about 20 minutes till it's nice and kind of golden brown on top. Might need to go a little bit longer. You'll have to keep an eye out. Bring it out, let it cool just a couple of minutes so that you can handle it, and you got yourself a sandwich. Use leftovers for this because you want to make sure that the stuff inside, you're only cooking it for 20 minutes and the Bisquick dough does not handle raw hamburger or anything like that. So you want to make sure that whatever you're using has already been cooked. So it's just a matter of heating it back up again and cooking the dough on the outside. You can also use like pizza sauce and pepperoni or vegetables, or if you want to scramble up an egg and put it in there with some cheese and already cooked bacon or sausage. Anything like that would be great. Nice thing about these is once they're cooled completely off, you can stick them in the refrigerator in either a plastic bag or a container, and then just grab them out and microwave them for about a minute to a minute and a half, and you've got a hot meal. Fast and easy. So there's your cooking lesson for today. It is, right now it's Thursday night, but I'll be posting this video first thing on Friday morning. I want to hear back from you to see how it goes. Let me know if you try this recipe. Good luck, source students.